Alright, so we're back once again, and today we're going to be discussing a recent rank 3v3 game that I had. That was probably one of the funniest things, and a little bit rage-inducing, that I've probably ever seen happen to me in ranked, or even generally in World of Warships. Because generally when you're playing 12v12 World of Warships, you tend to not pick up on a lot of mistakes or a lot of stupid plays that happen that are very funny, just due to the fact that it's 12v12. But when it's 3v3, oh boy, do you notice everything that happens on the map. From the little tiniest micro mistakes to the massive showing full broadside mistakes. You're just bound to see them in this game mode. And that's basically what we're going to be discussing today. Because, well, as you see on the mini-map, and as you see on basically the map, there's very few positions or places you can go on this map in 3v3. One position you could be is on the flank, which the Seattle and the Freddy de Groza is going, and the other position is basically where I am, which is where I am. Now, obviously you could go the other side, but generally that removes you from the battle too much. So, let me just give you a little preface. You want to keep your eyes on the Seattle and the Freddy de Groza. More specifically, the Freddy de Groza, because what's going to happen is going to be hilarious. Anyways, moving on. The Brindisi does open up with me, and I play a little bit tentatively because, well, even though the John Bard can go bow in and still keep all his guns on a ship, it's not the tankiest battleship in existence, so again, erring on the safe side of things and not wanting to get focus fired, I decided to play a little bit calm. Now from this position, I can still shoot ships, I can still take advantage of broadsides that pop up to me, I can do all that. So that's fine for me. And hopefully, eventually, the Freddy de Groza and the Seattle will be able to provide a useful flank. So again, we get crossfires. Plan seems brilliant, doesn't it? Well, let's just say that on a team with the Lion, the Brindisi and the Musashi, well, guess which one's going to pop up on the flank. And as you can see, it's not the Lion and it's not the Brindisi, and well, the Musashi is the only one not to show itself so far. And I guess based on me telling you to look after the Freddy de Groza, you can tell which flank it's going to show up on. Yep, it's going to be the left hand flank. And now the Seattle does pull back in, and well, he does have a radar, but it's not all that useful at this point because, well, there's no DDs in the game and there's no real concealment isn't really used all that much, so radar has limited uses in this map. Same with Hydro. I'd probably rate Hydro a lot more useful than radar just because of the fact that battleships utilize it and they're so much more powerful, so yeah. Now if you keep looking at the left, I think the Musashi is going to pop up in a little second. But you know what? Instead of me talking about it, let me just take you over there, shall we? Because what you're about to see is something that I've never seen in a ranked game before, really. As you can see, the Musashi has come around the corner unexpectedly, and well, the Freddy de Groza decides the only thing to do is to push straight ahead. Now, there's one thing you want to keep in mind when you're deciding to ram an enemy ship. If the enemy ship has more total HP than you, well, it's not going to end well for you, because the amount of damage you do to the enemy ship is your maximum HP. And as you can see, the Musashi has 97,300, and well, the Freddy de Groza only has 72,500. What that means is that when the ram does occur, we lose a ship. And well, that wouldn't be so bad. That wouldn't be so bad at all if it wasn't for the fact that, well, what ends up happening is that the Musashi is in a 1v1 with a Seattle. And well, if I know anything about World of Warships, is that a Seattle and a Musashi, the Seattle isn't going to last all that long. And so what had to end up happening is that a game that we were in a decent position and a decent chance of winning. I'd say 50-50. Went from winnable to lost in the space of about 0.5 of a second, I would say. Once that Freddy the Ghost decided to push straight in, the game ended. But with that being said, this was a short little video, and as always, I'll see you all in the next one.